Spotted salamanders are a species of large salamanders that live in the eastern United States and Canada. They live most of their adult lives burrowed underground in deciduous forest, but migrate each spring to mate in the seasonal pools and wetlands. These seasonal wetlands are known as vernal pools. This species, like many other amphibians, is entirely dependent on vernal pools for the survival of their egg masses. Vernal pools, unlike permanent pools, do not contain fish that may eat egg masses. Spotted salamander egg masses are laid underwater, usually attached to sticks or other debris. The eggs are surrounded by a thick jelly to keep them from drying out. The eggs have a symbiotic relationship with a species of green algae, which lives inside the embryos. The algae provides oxygen for the embryos through photosynthesis.
Hi, I'm Sam Quinn. I'm the conservation manager at the farm at Sunnyside. It's a 400-some acre property that contains an organic fruit and vegetable farm, and it's my job to manage the wildlife habitat on the farms. For example, vernal pools and other ephemeral wetlands for amphibians, which we're standing in right now.
Vernal pools are disappearing across the region, and if they disappear, so do the amphibians that depend on them. To better understand how these pools support spotted salamanders, we monitored breeding salamanders and their egg masses at 2 vernal pools at the farm at Sunnyside. The 2 pools are very different in terms of habitat type. One of these pools is an older, more established pool, while the other was recently built.
In addition to monitoring all of the existing pools on the property, we also actively construct pools. This is one example, and this is one that we did with the help of SMSC students from semesters past. Under here, there's a layer of waste greenhouse plastic that we use to help retain all of the water. And you can see, even though it's very dry, this is our only pool that currently has water in it. So the wood frog and spotted salamander eggs in here will stay safe until we get some more rains. And we're really proud of this one. It's a pretty pool.
The older pool is much larger and surrounded by more vegetation. It had more algae cover and consistently higher dissolved oxygen levels than the new pool. This could be why there were also higher numbers of spotted salamanders in the entrance pool.
One of the centerpieces of the restoration work that we try to do at the farm is to create artificial wetlands to support amphibians like spotted salamander and wood frog. These amphibians only breed in what are called ephemeral wetlands, these temporarily wet areas like big puddles that will dry for parts of the year. The drying prevents fish and other predators from living in there. At the farm, we don't have any natural pools. All of them are the artifacts of old agricultural practices, like this cattle watering pond that we're standing in now. These areas were probably functional wetlands before they were altered, but now, since we don't have cows or many of the other things that we do, we have seen them revert back to functional wetlands. Now, the drying is important, but sometimes they dry too early, like this one. And that's a feature that we have to work on in the future.
Putting vernal pools on your property may be a way for you to support threatened amphibian populations. It is also essential to the continued study of this habitat. Vernal pools can also provide several beneficial ecosystem services. They can help reduce flooding and act as natural water filtration systems. We are ready to work with you to teach you about the benefits of having vernal pools and to help you with planning and building pools when you are ready to put them on your property.